A lifetime in repeat.
And with that being said, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and go on panzoid.com, which is panzoid.com. Then go to tools and then click on the Backgrounder 3. Now this online software is used to make any sort of YouTube graphic you want, as well as Twitter graphics. Now in this video, I'm going to be going over how to use the actual software, and after you know how to use it, you can make multiple graphics. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and click on Start from Scratch. And from there, you're going to scroll down here, and you can see there's already like custom made templates and stuff. Whoops, close that. There's custom made templates, but we're going to start from scratch. So we're going to go to the basics, and you can select what type of actual graphic you want to make. So YouTube 1 is a YouTube background. YouTube channel avatar is a YouTube profile picture. There's also thumbnails and a Twitter header, I believe, or a Twitter background. So we're going to go ahead and make a YouTube channel avatar. So the first thing we're going to do is select the background color, which I am going to make maybe like a bluish color, and click OK. There we go. Now we can add 2 more layers onto this color. So if we click on layer 1, we can upload an image. So maybe a background image. We can add a preset texture. So if we click on that, you can actually browse through a bunch of textures. So say for example, you like this pattern over here, you can click on it and then just tone down the opacity so that you can still see the color like so. And that looks pretty cool. And once you add that layer, you can add a second layer on top of that, and you can once again, get a preset texture, or you can generate an image. So here you have some different settings you can use to create custom images to overlay on top of this profile picture. So I can go into maybe, gradient, for example, and I could add a new gradient. It could be a radial gradient, and it can be blue, like our actual profile picture. Click OK. And now we have a gradient, and I can maybe turn the opacity down for that, so you can see everything, and there we go. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and go into the overlay tab, and we can add a channel shadow, or we can add a fade to the actual profile picture. Now a fade is kind of like a gradient, so if I go ahead and select a radial from center fade, as you can see, it fades out the corners, which looks pretty cool. Now the next thing we're going to do is add some text or images. So if you want to add an image, you would click on this image button. We're going to add some text, and we are just going to click on sprite 1, and then we can actually change the text we want to change. So we're going to type in maybe Ziovo, and then through this setting menu, we can actually customize the fonts and find a font we like. So maybe Basica, that looks fine, or Bebas. All right, we'll use Basica. There we go, that looks pretty cool. Scroll down, we can change the color. I'm going to leave it as white. You can add a gradient and change the positioning. So X changes it along the horizontal axis like so, and Y would change it across the vertical axis. So we're going to keep it in the center. You can also rotate it and change the font size. So we're going to make it a bit bigger. 150 looks good. We can also add a border if you wanted to. So we can add maybe a black border and make it a bit thicker like so. And we can also add a drop shadow by clicking on and then messing with the shadow as well, maybe by increasing the actual blur to make it a bit thicker. There we go. And there we go. We're done our profile picture, and that was super simple. You can walk through the same process with other graphics as well. And once you're done, just click on download your background, and it's going to have a download button. Just click on that. It's going to open up,